Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of In the Kitchen. I know it's been a while. I had to get out of my depression because the Spurs got knocked out of the playoffs in 5 games because Kawhi Leonard didn't show up and he never came back. He wasn't on the bench. He wasn't anywhere to be found. But here we are. I got married again to the same wife. No, we didn't divorce. We just had two weddings because that's what we do. But
you had your ceremony.
Yeah, we had the ceremony.
There was a lot of things that happened.
Yeah, that's why I was gone all week. That's what we've been gone all month. We've been trying to prep. But anyways, back to it. Houston and Golden State are in the Western Conference Finals. LeBron James and I don't even say Cavaliers. LeBron James and the Celtics are in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yes.
We have some good stuff. Alex Hamilton finally got his first win with F1. Did he? Was that his first win? Second?
Yes, second.
Alex Hamilton took over
this
first place overall.
F1's been exciting, regardless.
There's been a lot of crashes and stuff's going on. He's gonna tell you all about it. I haven't been seeing it, watching it. I've been busy with the NBA.
Same thing with me in the opposite direction.
All right.
Been watching the F1 and NBA. So fill us in on the playoffs.
Okay, look. So it's been great. I want to talk about LeBron James on how nobody can say he's not the GOAT if he wins the championship this year. Now it looks very unlikely he even gets past the Celtics because he's down 0-2 right now.
True. Yep.
And there's this stat going around ESPN, the 37-0 all time. The Celtics when they're leading up 2-0. But I mean, LeBron, while he's been on the second place, podium for more times than not.
A while.
He's been able to do some things in history, that never been done before in history. He came back 3-1 to a 73-win team. He averaged a triple-double in the NBA Finals last year. And I mean, they weren't, they only won one game, but it was a 73-win team. Plus Kevin Durant. Like, they barely lost the year before without Kevin Durant. And they broke the record for most wins. LeBron's just been down before. And he's only shown he's been able to come out on top. Now, is it fair to say he's been pretty much ganged up on in the finals since he started going to the finals, against Popovich and Tim Duncan and their big three. And their bench is always awesome. And LeBron just took a bunch of other NBA players that people don't remember their names to the finals, and he got swept. And then you can go back, but there was no excuse in his second finals loss because he built that super team, and they ended up losing still to the Dallas Mavericks. But he does have his back-to-back. He's shown he can defend his title. He's won it once more against a 73-win team. I just don't see these. There's a lot of praise to be given to Brad Stevens according to what we read and see and how he controls the team, how genius he is, how much of a genius he is. That it would be hard for LeBron to overcome this, but I think he's gonna overcome this. I think those guys are just too young. It's not LeBron's time yet to go.
No, of course not.
And it's like you can only go with They didn't think he was gonna come out of the first round.
No.
And then he comes out of the first round.
Sure, LeBron.
Toronto Raptors were supposed to win this series.
Exactly.
And then he sweeps them. And now LeBron's supposed to lose this series because he's down 0-2, and the last 7 years say otherwise as well. I mean, you want to debate me?
People wrong.
You want to debate me on this? All I gotta say is look at the last 7 years. Now they have nothing to do with this year because it's all different teams, but it's like no, it's still the same player. LeBron, he's still the same player. It's even more deadly now that he's got a shot going, and it shows that he can get a shot going against the Raptors. Swept them 4-0, the number 1 seed. He forced the Raptors organization to
concede, basically.
No, to fire the head coach. Man, LeBron's been breaking up teams.
They fired their head coach.
He broke up the Atlanta Hawks with Kyle Korver and Teague and Al Horford was there, I believe. And he broke up the Pacers with David West and Paul George and Lance Stevenson. He broke up. He now looks like he's breaking up the Raptors over here. Starting with their head coach. Who knows what's gonna happen with DeRozan and Kyle Lowry. The point is, he's been breaking up these teams because you just can't be throwing LeBron. So and on top of that, he broke up the Boston Celtics too. Don't get me wrong. He forced Ray Allen to come to his team because Ray Allen knew that his guys, Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce, weren't going to hang up. So he forced Ray Allen to come join his team and hit that lucky shot. Not lucky, but hit that clutch shot against the Spurs 2013 and give LeBron his back-to-back championships in his second ring. Point is, he's breaking up all these teams, and I feel while he may not break up this team of the Boston Celtics, but he will beat them this time. But it's because you gotta remember, man, they're playing without Kyrie and Gordon Hayward still.
A lot of people
like their run is great. I think it's gonna come to an end with LeBron.
A lot of people thought the Cavs were out.
Yeah. But who do you got winning? Before we jump to F1, who do you got coming out of the West? Who do you got coming out of the East? And who do you got winning the finals? Go.
Well, the East is the Cavs and the Celtics, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Even though LeBron is down by 2 right now against the Celtics, aren't they going back to Celtics home court now?
No, now they're going back to the Cavs home court for the next 2 games.
That's it. So with the Cavs being home court, I could easily see, if it goes an extended period and the Cavs can get home court advantage and knock out these next 2 games.
The only way they can get home court advantage is if they win the next 3 games.
Yeah. But my whole thing of it is if the Cavs can tie it up at home court and get it as a 2-2, standoff, then LeBron and the Cavs have a solid shot.
But as they stand right now, you think they'll do that? Do they make it out or do they not? Celtics or the Cavs?
I think they have a good shot, and I'm going to go for the Cavs to try to tie it up.
What do you got, Houston and Golden State?
Golden State and Houston are 1-1 right now.
Both outplayed each other.
Yeah.
Big time, game 1 and game 2.
Big time. So, on one end you got Stephen Curry, and on the other, you got
James Harden.
Yeah. And
you also got Kevin Durant and Klay Thompson.
Kevin Durant, that's who I was thinking of. That's not a team to laugh at either. So, the Warriors and the Rockets look to be interesting, and I can't really tell right now. Both teams have solid stats in their respective conferences. So, I feel like the most exciting thing is probably Cleveland and the Celtics, and hoping to God LeBron kind of
One last quick thing. I've seen this before by the Rockets. Just look as soon as last year against the Spurs when they blew them out by 30 game 1. Then they get blown out by 30 game 2. I've seen this before, and Rockets fans, sorry to disappoint you. Golden State's going. That's my pick, and I got the Cavs coming out.
And you know what? I would honestly probably agree with you. I'd like on the Western side, I'd probably like to see Golden State. I feel like they're probably the better team over the Rockets, even though Rockets, Houston, Texas, but I feel like the Warriors are a better team. Honestly.
In the finals, I got Golden State going back to back, but I'm rooting for the Cavs.
And I really hope my dream setup for the finals and stuff and for the NBA finals is probably to have LeBron James and the Cavs versus the Golden State Warriors. I think that would be a damn good.
That would be what is it? A New Hope. Part 4.
I guess so.
Part
I guess
4.
so.
Yeah.
I guess so.
Well, anyways, we got a lot of good stuff, like we said earlier, coming up for F1. That came up for F1. A lot of good races. What did the last finish racing right now? In China? Was it in China? Or was it?
So we had 2 races. These last couple weeks. The first one being Azerbaijan. That was out in the Middle East at the Baku circuit. That was kind of interesting. I don't remember. I can't recall necessarily off the top of my head who won, but it was a great race. I believe it was probably Vettel that winning. The big talk on the town of Azerbaijan was the clash with the two Red Bull drivers. So with Azerbaijan, the main thing that happened was Max Verstappen and Ricciardo collided with each other on lap 11, 12, somewhere right around in there. Rear-ended each other. It was a big mishap. Like, the Red Bull team came down on them, made them formally apologize, all sorts of bullshit. They were being too aggressive with one another. And then, highlight number 2, Mercedes Bottas. He was 2 laps from the end, blew a tire, debris on the track from the Red Bull collision, knocks him out 2 laps from the end, and it ends up being Ferrari 1, Hamilton 2nd, and so on and so forth. And it was very kind of As far as the recent race, this past race and this past weekend.
That's Spain?
Yes, that was Spain.
Yeah, that's Spain.
Which is famous for being both also the winter testing, and this is the most recent race. This was this past Thursday through Sunday. And first and foremost, we've got to talk about during the main race, Romain Grosjean, number 2 guy for Haas F1. One of my underdog teams. Been doing fairly well, riding that 5, 6, 7, 8 kind of spot in the middle. Has a nasty incident on the first lap, like turn 1 or 2. Knocks out 3 drivers. Himself.
For the race?
Yes, for the race. Knocks them out. Smashes them. Big accident. Plume of smoke everywhere. Locks up. Spins out. The whole 9 yards.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so Romain Grosjean for Haas spins out. In the process of spinning out, knocking himself out of the race, he takes out Nico Hülkenberg, one of the Renault guys, and he takes out freaking Pierre Gasly from Toro Rosso. So he immediately, within turn like 1 or 2 of the first lap, there's 3 drivers gone. Just done.
But that's easy for the other guys then to score some points. Bigger chance.
In Pierre Gasly, it's like, in speaking about Toro Rosso and Pierre Gasly, like, Brandon Hartley had a nasty accident during the free practice, during everything before the actual race.
And then again,
No. He made the race, but his big incident is that during free practice 2 or 3, so like Friday or Saturday, he caught some grass, spun out, and smashed into a wall. Was lucky to even fucking survive. Like, it was a miracle he walked out of the crash with nothing on it. And it was even a bigger miracle that they were able to actually fix the car and have him ready, and he actually raced on race day. The guy's lucky to be alive, and he still races on the race. Like,
so who do we got right now in the lead for the drivers and the championship standings? You know, who's in the lead for both sections?
So right now on the drivers standings, we have Lewis Hamilton in first, 94 points. He has 2 wins, 4 podiums.
I see 95 here.
95, sorry, yes, you're right. 95 points, 2 wins. He has 4 podiums. Next to him, of course, Sebastian Vettel with Ferrari.
78 points.
Third is Hamilton's partner with 58 points. He has no wins yet, even though he could have won Azerbaijan. His tire hadn't punctured. And he's been on the podium 3 times already. Like, Bottas deserves a win. Like, he really does. He deserves a podium.
I think it'll show towards
like
later
a series. Yes.
Later in the season, it'll show.
Like, he got robbed at Azerbaijan. That was just bad luck.
Oh, man.
Like, that was... You got a punctured tire 2 laps from the end of the race from debris. You're leading 2 laps from the end of the race, and you get a punctured tire from debris left on the track from another accident that did not even involve you. Like, what kind of bad luck?
Unfortunate, but his team is still pulled the win on that one.
4th, Kimi Räikkönen with 48 points. no wins again, 3 podiums. Guy's been doing fairly well. He suffered from an engine failure actually this past week, so he was out too. There was actually the Haas, the Renault, the McLaren, and then there was Kimi, and then there was Ocon. Kimi and Ocon both got knocked out from engine troubles partially through the race this weekend as well. So it's been tough with Raikkonen as well. And then our 5th guy is coming in, Daniel Ricciardo. So that's kind of your top 5, and everything's been looking well. And
looks like your top 3 teams are still the top 3 teams.
Yes, exactly. In the constructors, which is very much the team points, is Mercedes, Ferrari, Red Bull. Like, it's bam, bam, bam. And
it's
then Renault
cover the video games and magazines and stuff, and I guess that's why.
And Renault now has 4th when it was McLaren. McLaren slipped to 5th because Carl Sainz this past weekend did a fairly good job, scored a little bit of extra points over Fernando Alonso. And so those 2 guys shuffled.
40-41, I see that.
Yeah. So they shuffled there. Carlos Sainz managed to get 1 or 2 more points over.
But Mercedes and Ferrari so far.
Yeah, Mercedes, Ferrari, everything. So that's kind of it for today. So be sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Ring the notification bell. You know the drill. And